just played only black notes just to prove a point. Well, here's another question that I received from quite a few of people. Usually, I don't tackle a subject unless a decent number of people ask the same question. And this time, this is what I received. Okay, take a look at it very closely. Okay, you can see some symbols: sharp, flat, natural, double sharp, and double flat symbols. Take a look at it. Take a look at the question, okay? Yeah. That's a good question, you know? That's a very good question. Okay, well, uh, what are what are accidentals in music? Okay, well, you just look at some of them, those symbols. Okay, flat, double flat, sharp, double sharp, and natural. A double sharp returns the note to its natural state. Okay, same as a double flat. Return the note to its natural state, down. So, in a sense, we can call those symbols accidentals. The only thing is that many beginners, uh, they they think that the the only notes that can be the only keys on the keyboard that can be accidentals are the black notes. And because usually when you think of the black notes, you think of sharp and sharp and flat. But there is more to the meaning of accidentals in music. Now, if all the black keys were only the one that you could use to play sharps and flats, how do you explain or E how do you explain the interval, the half step between, for example, E and F in the C major scale and B to C? Because in the major scale, in any major scale, there's a half step between note number 3 and note number 4, and a half step between note number 7 and 8. The number 8 is actually a repeat of the root, which is the octave. So if the meaning of sharpening or flattening a note is by raising the note half step to sharpen it, or by lowering it a half step to flatten it. Okay, so the in the key of C, of the C major, okay, in which there's no sharps and flats. So the half, when you play E, okay, the E note, and you play and then you play F, it's a half step. So I can say that I can consider, in this case, I can consider, I can consider F, as a sharp E, because there's only half step. Yeah, there's only one half step between the two. Same with B and C. I can say C. I could say that C is sharp B, and then if I lower F half step and return to E, then I can say the E note is a flat F. The same with B. B. Same with B and C. B and C. So I can say if I play B, I can say if I play C, that's a C octave right there. I can say okay. I could say C is a sharp B, and if I lower C to return to B, I can say B is a flat C. So, and those are white notes. So you cannot say that the only way you can sharpen or flatten a note is by using black notes. Okay, that's an example that that I'm giving you, that for you not to just assume that the only way the only way you can play sharp and flat is by using the black notes only. At least in my opinion, it's not totally, it's not accurate. Okay. Now, when it comes to the meaning of accidentals itself, we know that, of course, you can call all those symbols accidentals, but another way, and this is very, very important. Another way to consider accidentals in music is by thinking of the scales and modes. Okay? If you play the C major scale, for example, okay? Okay? So you play 7 notes, because the higher C is is a repeat of the root. So you have seven notes, right? You have 7 notes. Okay, you got C all the way to C. Now, those notes are diatonic to the C major scale. That means they belong to the C major scale. Now, if any other note that you use with the C major scale, any other note that doesn't belong to the scale, to the C major scale, is an accidental. So, like I just told you, any other note that you would play together with the note in the C major scale is an accidental, because that note doesn't belong to the C major scale. And it is the same concept for any scale, whether it is major scale or minor scale and so on. Okay, if the note that you play does not belong to that scale, to that particular scale that you're playing, it is an accidental. So you can, in this case, you cannot assume that all the black notes are accidentals, because a lot of black notes, all the black notes we can even say are parts of some major scales. So if they're part of the scales, if the black notes are part of scales, so they are not accidental to the scales they belong to. Okay? They can be accidentals, but not to the scales that they belong to. So you see that you cannot just assume that all the black notes on the keyboard are accidentals, because those black notes are also part of scales, part of major scales, minor scales. And then if they're part of a scale, whether they are black or white, if they are part of the scales, they're not accidentals. They are regular notes of the scale. Okay, black or white. Okay. So if you, let's say you play let us play the okay, G flat, which is F sharp. All right, let's play the scale. I am going to start playing the scale on a black note. So immediately you can say, well, if I'm going to start with F sharp to play the major scale, that means F sharp belong to the scale. So it is not an accident. It is not an accidental, even though it is a black key, because it belongs to the scale. Okay, so G flat or F sharp. Okay. That's the concept of accidentals. Okay, that's the meaning of accidentals. Yes, those symbols, you can call them accidentals, but accidentals is the accidentals are those notes that are not part of a particular mode or scale. Got it? All right.